For more on the shortage and the efforts underway to bring relief to parents, let's turn to Senior National Policy Advisor Anne Flaherty. So, Anne, 500,000 bottles of Nestle and Alfamino infant formula landed Sunday morning in Indiana, but more should be on its way, we're told, in this jerry-rigged way we have of addressing this issue, enlisting Pentagon planes to fly formula from overseas because we don't have it on our shelves. So when will there be more? What is the horizon here? How long are we going to be in this shocking condition on this basic food staple?
Well, Terry, I think what's so important to mention with this, this shipment, it was so welcomed, but yet, as you mentioned, it's only 9,000, enough infant formula for 9,000 babies for 1 week, 18,000 toddlers for 1 week. And this isn't just for any babies. These are ones who have an allergic reaction to cow's milk. So these are children with special medical vulnerabilities. So this next shipment that we're expecting to get, that's going to arrive in the next few days, will get us to about 1.5 million bottles, but all indications are this is also for children with cow's allergies. So I think that a lot of parents, what they need to know is this is unlikely to be showing up on store shelves. We've heard from the Agriculture Secretary. He thinks that this isn't going to resolve for another month. That is very scary for these parents who say that they cannot wait that long to see the formula show up on shelves.
It really is, and as I say, it's shocking for a basic food staple in the United States of America to be running this shortage, causing potentially dire health consequences for little ones, if not more. So flying in formula, as you just mentioned, it's a short-term fix. What's the Biden administration going to do to make sure this doesn't happen in the future?
Well, there are a couple other steps that they're taking. They're also invoking the the DPA to try to get raw materials and supplies directly to these U.S. producers so that they can ramp up quickly. They're also going to get this Abbott facility that's been shut now since mid-February back online. But of course, again, those too are short-term solutions, Terry. So I think long-term, do we want the FDA to be monitoring the nation's supply chain on formula because it is so critical? The FDA chief says if America wants to make that happen, they've got to pony up some cash to do that. He only has about a dozen employees who monitor the infant formula supply chain, and they're mostly looking for safety issues. So they don't have the ability to do that. I think the other thing that the Biden administration might consider is opening up our market to global suppliers. They're doing it temporarily now. My question is, will they keep this in force? Will they do it for longer term to try to prevent this from happening in the future?
Right. We have a protectionist economy around domestic manufacturers of this stuff, which is part of the problem. But the problem was known to be a potential crisis. It was just a math problem in February. So for the FDA chief said, I only got 7 guys who's looking at safety issues. Why didn't one of those 7 people, or maybe the FDA chief himself, pick up the phone and call up the White House and say, we're going to have a major baby formula shortage in this country by April, May? It just didn't happen. Are there any answers as to how this just fell through the floor on the Biden administration's watch?
Well, I don't have all of those answers. I think the FDA chief, if he was sitting here, he would probably say, look, we're tasked with safety issues. We're there to make sure that the facility is up and running and it's producing safe formula for infants. They're not necessarily doing that kind of data analytics to look across the supply chain. And also, you've got 4 formula suppliers that cornered the entire market. They produce 98% of the formula distributed in the United States. That is a broader problem than the FDA. And it's something that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she wants to address.
Right. Taking one of those formula suppliers off the market, whether you're doing safety or you're doing supply chain, it's just a math problem. Somebody should have looked at it. But let's talk about something more serious for parents right now, which is that the FTC's warning about those scams, low-life scamming anxious parents looking for formula. So what should parents look out for to make sure that they don't fall for this kind of criminal activity?
Well, Terry, I think the biggest thing is to be aware that these scams exist. Also, be very wary about giving cash over the internet. If, PayPal, Venmo, those are not going to protect you as well as perhaps a credit card would. The other thing you can do is run the supplier's name past the Better Business Bureau, see if there are complaints against them. Otherwise, I've said it before, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
A good life lesson in general. Senior National Policy Reporter Anne Flaherty, thanks very much. And I know you'll be on this story in the coming weeks, it sounds like. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Terry.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.